How poetic. Hello, one and all, and welcome back to more Let's Play Apollo Justice Ace Attorney. That still doesn't feel right to say, but we'll get there eventually. I am the Max Few Trades. In the last part, well, we met Apollo, and he's doing just fine, honestly. Let's be here. But he kind of lost his job because he helped get his boss arrested. Also, Phoenix Wright isn't a lawyer anymore. Apparently something has happened. Also, he has a daughter. I have a lot of questions. I'm kind of hoping that we can get at least a couple answers as we go forward. Also, apparently more murder has happened, but, you know, it's the Ace Attorney franchise. You know, murder is much more of a common crime than jaywalking at this point. 2 months have passed since Mr. Gavin's arrest. My first trial, and I lost both my mentor and my job. Yeah, I'll admit it. I was screwed. Well, he doesn't mince words, this lad. But even when I hit bottom, I told myself I'd never come here. Honest. Here being the legendary Wright & Co. law offices. Okay, Justice. Time to stop trembling. Yeah, you must be here for the interview. Right this way. Huh? It be she once more! You! Give me the information! Hello there! You found the right place. Welcome! What's with this girl? Well now, shall we begin? Oh no! Oh no, she do a little bounce! That's cute! Begin what? Right, first things first. Any special talents? Talents? Yeah, well, you must have at least one. Well, I guess defending? Defending? An unusual talent, but it'll do. With a little jazzing up, of course. You think so? Well, let's give it a go, shall we? Huh? Go ahead, show me. Defend. Just give it all you got. Don't hold back now. What are you talking about? I can't just defend here. First lesson, a professional can perform anywhere. Thanks. We want people to be laughing with us, not at us. Thanks. But I'm not sure why they should be laughing at all. What? What exactly do you think you came here to do? What? Defend? No? Excuse me, but do you know where you are? At the Wright & Co. law offices, right? Oh. I was afraid of that. Don't worry, you're not the first. What's going on here? Who are you? Do you not remember? Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. She's not exactly a forgettable face. Don't read into that. I came here to meet with the person in charge. Well, you've apparently made no fewer than 2 mistakes. Mistakes? But I got a call from Mr. Wright this morning. Perhaps you should go read the sign out front again. What's there to read? Look, it says right there. Oh. Why does it say Wright Talent Agency? Welcome to the Wright Talent Agency, where you're always come to the right place. I'm Trucy Wright, CEO. I'm a magician. She's very cute. It all came flooding back. The trial, that girl. Why does she have to bounce? Hello, sir. Please pick a card. You are much more, somber the last I saw you. You're a bit more energetic these days. That's right. She's my daughter. Yeah, I still have questions about how that works. Cause you, let me see. Do I have you in there here? 15. All right, 15. Okay. Now, that doesn't add up at all. Like, not even slightly. If you were 7, or if you, I don't know, even 10. Maybe even 10, I could buy it, but nah, that don't make any sense. Trucy Wright. Here, check out our flyer. So, what's your name? Apollo Justice, attorney at law. Well, we've got ourselves some talking to do. Alright, so, a talent agency. What? So, is this really a talent agency? You bet. Daddy started it 7 years ago when he quit law. Of course, we only have 2 people signed up right now. 2 people? Does that include you? Trucy Wright, magician extraordinaire! She does look pretty competent, I'm gonna say. I've done a lot of stage shows. Paid, too! Dang, that's actually pretty impressive considering your age. I'm a professional, you know. Right. Promise you'll come to one of my shows, okay? Let's see. Oh, and the other person our agency represents is Phoenix Wright, pianist extraordinaire. Your dad, in other words. Didn't he say he couldn't play the piano? Our agency doesn't see that as a problem. Why, there are many magicians who can't do magic. At least you're optimistic, I'll give you that. I can't argue with that. So you're you're Phoenix Wright's daughter? That's right. After Daddy quit Lost 7 years ago, I promised I would keep him fed. So, I'm kind of a sugar daddy. Get it? I have never heard it used in this context. I think you need to come up with a different way of describing this. No. I'm in charge of this whole office, too. Pretty amazing for a young lass of 15, wouldn't you agree? 15? How old is Mr. Wright? Daddy? Oh, he's 33 this year. I'm sure there's a good explanation. I hope. Wait, there's not... Wait, hang on a second. Hang on a second. Yeah, hang on. I'm not good at mental math. Okay, well, I would like the record to show that having a child at 18 is far from the most unusual things in the universe. I just really like to think it would have come up in the first 3 games if he had. Alright, so I guess we're not going to get a direct answer on that one yet, but at least it's being portrayed as a mystery. About Mr. Wright giving up law? It was because of that incident 7 years ago, wasn't it? Eh? You know about that? Not the details. And I remember the news, though. It was a big deal. So I hear. And I was too young to understand what was going on. I'll ask Daddy about it next time I get a chance. Daddy, right. That reminds me, about Mr. Wright. He gave me a call this morning to come in. Daddy's not here right now. He's in the hospital. The hospital? Yeah, he's on strict bed rest until he gets better. What? Okay. Which hospital is Mr. Wright in? I'll pay him a visit. Oh, the Hickfield Clinic. It's quite close. Right. Well, I'll be going now, and I'll give this showbiz gig some thought, okay? He says, giving her finger guns. Wait, I'll go with you. She's my companion. Oh, she's the Maya. Oh, I adore this concept. Also, wow. So, this is Mr. Wright's hospital. He has a lot of DVDs and a little piano. Huh. Oh, dear God, no. Why you? No. What? I was told to not expect prior characters to come back. Why on earth are you here? Eh? Visitors, are you, Herm? Yeah, are you the doctor? Yep, Dr. Hickfield's the name. I know that ain't true. Good morning, doctor. Oh, hiya there, Trucy. Cute as ever. Is this Daddy's room? Oh, yeah, except he's gone for a morning checkup. Be back soon. How are you, Miss Trucy? Got any places you'd like examined? Doctor? Doctor, the nurse was looking for you. Why, if it isn't the Daddy-O, the cutest little thing in town. Guess I'll be off then. Yeah, later, Trucy. Yeah, hopefully never. Wow, that's a callback that really didn't need to ever happen. What an odd bird that guy was. Good morning. Didn't expect you so soon, Apollo. Mr. Wright. So, I hear... Why are you in a hospital? What happened? Who could have imagined it? Me, victim of a hit and run. A hit? You were hit by a car? I mean, that's kind of the impression I got from before. Also, is that the Steel Samurai in the back? Baller. Oh, well, he tried to swerve, I'll give him that. Picture me tossed 30 feet through the air, only stopping when my head hit that telephone pole. Jesus Christ. You hit a telephone pole with your head? Are you okay? Thankfully, my only injury was a sprained ankle. I find that incredibly unlikely, but I guess you did fall off a bridge into raging rapids and only got a cold, so he really is as lucky as they say. Okay, so, I have a question about Trucy. There's something that, well, It just doesn't sit right. I just can't believe you have a daughter, Mr. Wright. And she's so big. Not fat, but, you know what I mean. Not in that way, she's older than anticipated. Oh, Trucy's still a child. Daddy, how many times do I have to remind you? I'm not a child anymore. But you'll always be Daddy's little baby girl to me, Trucy. My foot, I'm not buying it. Oh, something you should know about Trucy. She's a magician, right? She told me. Not a mere stage magician. She's a genius. Daddy. You'll soon come to appreciate her talent. You could just tell me things instead of insinuating them. Yeah, but where's the fun in that? You gotta be all mysterious and vague. Although it is, admittedly, weird to be getting that kind of treatment from Phoenix of all people. Considering how often he had to deal with that on the day-to-day, you'd think he would have a very firm and aggressive stance against that kind of nonsense. But, I guess a lot can happen in 7 years. So, why did you contact me? What could the Wright Talent Agency possibly want with me? I don't need to get prickly now. Hey, I didn't ask to be dragged in like this. Huh? But didn't you come into the office of your own will anyway? Well, yeah, of course. Help, we're in big trouble here at the office. Big. I thought someone was dying. So you don't think this is big trouble? My talent agency represents only 2 people, and one of them is in the hospital. That's right, Daddy. How are we going to pay this month's rent and the groceries? Yeah, that's the problem with such a tight operation. It's a symbiotic relationship. When one of us falls, the other 2 must fall. Hey, this isn't exactly a suitable conversation to be having with a 15-year-old kid. In any case, if Apollo here can't help you, you'll have to transfer to a new school. Again. No, I can't. I only just made friends. How could you do this to me? To us, Polly. What? Now it's my fault? On that note, how about you come work for us? I've got the perfect client for you already lined up. A client? You mean I get to do my job? I get to defend in court? All right, I'll hear what you have to say. You got him, Daddy! Hook, line, and sinker! Now it's time to reel him in. It's official! I'm scared! Hang on a second. Before everything goes wiggity wiggity wonk wonk, there's the not impossible possibility that the second I do the last of the conversation pieces, I won't be able to inspect anything. And I would like to look at some of these things. Daddy, you snuck some grape juice in again. The doctor said you weren't supposed to drink that here. Trucy, look at the label. Oh, deep sea mineral water. Well, that's fine, I guess. I switched the labels. Don't tell Trucy, okay? What can I say? The man loves his grape juice. And you didn't even do that, though. You didn't switch the labels at all. But what's with the baby piano? This looks like a child's toy piano. Gotta practice. Wouldn't want my fingers to get stiff. A pro always keeps his weapon close at hand. Shall I play you a tune? I'm the piano man. No thanks. Ow, how unfortunate. I so rarely get a chance to play. Okay, what's with all of the DVDs? Mr. Wright's bed. It's really messy. Look how messy this is! You're just hopeless without me, aren't you, Daddy? Yikes, she's attempting to clean up. Look out! You got me. What can I say? I was raised in a barn. Try not to let word get out, Apollo, if you don't mind. Yeah, it might ruin your illustrious career pretending to play the piano. Let's see, anything else? Oh, yeah, okay, I was kind of hoping we could get a little bit, you know, maybe a reference here. A swaying, spiraling stack of DVD cases. The Steel Samurai, the Nickel Samurai, the Pink Princess, the Zappy Samurai Electric Boogaboo. Okay, well, that last one is new. They're all children's action hero shows. This kid I know keeps sending them to me. Huh? Like a niece or nephew? Something like that. Quite the collection. This kid's parents must be really generous with their allowance. Funny, Mr. Wright doesn't seem the type the kids would like. I mean, you don't know everything about him now, do you? He has a bit of a reputation for having children just kind of follow him around. Well, I say children, and there was only really one child. Everyone else was a teenager, but you get my general idea here. Also, I'm guessing that's a Maya reference. We take those. What's What's it on TV? Looks like some sort of action hero show. Oh, I know that one. That's the Sniffling Samurai. His booger flick attack is a big hit with the grade school crowd. I had no idea you liked this kind of stuff, Mr. Wright. Well, what else is there to do when you're stuck in bed? Besides, the episodes will just keep piling up if I don't keep up, you know. Yeah, try not buying them. Now's the only time I get to watch and write up my reports. Your reports? It's a long story. Like a lot of things, actually. Honestly, I don't think you even need to explain. I kinda just get it. Assuming that this is something to do with Maya. Yeah, nah, it all tracks. Alright, so what's up with this client? What's going down now? Alright, so who's the client? Oh, yeah, here. Take a look at the map and I'll explain. Last night I left the office just before 9 o'clock. I was going to that Indochine? Okay, well it's not Indochine if it's a pasta joint, so Indochine? Pasta joint, al dentes. Al dente, I get it. I can understand some puns. I play piano there, of course. That's when it happens. The car sent me flying, nicked at a telephone pole, and zoomed away. Creepy, huh? Just a tad. It's almost as creepy as hearing you tell the story like it was no big deal. Honestly, compared to other things he's experienced in life, that is kind of bleh. The car sped off in this direction. So, good luck. Huh? You wanted a client, didn't you? Well, I'm your client. Find the guy who knocked me into that telephone pole. Whoa, hold on. I'm a defense attorney, not a detective. Ah, don't worry. Once you found the guy, I intend to sue him. Also, in this line of work, you're gonna find yourself doing a lot of detective work, despite that not being in the job description. Then you can stick it to him in court. I'm not a prosecutor either. I'm sorry, but this is crazy. I'm going home. Don't get so worked up. It was just a joke. Eh? Oh, Daddy. Sorry, Apollo. He just loves jokes, you know. Even the ones that aren't very funny. Your real client should be stopping by the office anytime now. The office? You mean the talent agency? No harm in going. It's not like I have anything else to do. One more thing. Do look into my accident too, would you? I marked the scene of the tragedy on this map. Knowing things, I'm sure it's somehow relevant. It's right in front of this park. Should be easy to find. So, he's going to make me investigate this after all. Alright. If that's the way, then it's Gunsta bees, then that's a what's a Gunsta does. I hope I get to inspect this general area in the near future, because there's a couple things I'd like to take a gander at. Hey. How long are you planning on making me wait, eh? Ah, good morning. Hello, Mr. Eyebrows. Hey there, Trucy doll. Sounds like your pop's had a bit of a rough spot, eh? All's well that ends well, I guess. This is our client? Hey, so is that Apollo fellow, eh? Oh, yeah? Well, the name's Apollo. Look at him there, arms all crossed like ready to fight. Yes, sir. You don't mean that literally, do you? The boss told you what I need, right? Don't let me down now, Apollo. Don't worry about your defense, sir. I'm on it. Defense? Your noodle half-cooked? It's too late for defense. My castle's been stormed. My keep's been kept. My noodle stand's been stolen. Noodle? I thought his hair looked kind of ramen-y. You know Mr. Eldoon from the noodle stand, don't you, Polly? No nicknames, please. And no, of course I don't know him. Look, if Phoenix is gonna have to go through his entire career being called Nick, I think you're just gonna end up being Polly, bro. You new in these parts? Not really. And you know the best noodles in town. Eldoon's Noodles. Whose noodles? My noodles! Help me out there, Trucy doll. This is Mr. Guy Eldoon, our client. Maybe you can tell us what the problem is, Mr. Eldoon? Okay, well that was lovely, but it didn't really tell us much. Anything for you, Trucy doll. Oh, hey, hang on. Hey, look, whatever's going down, I'm sure it's absolutely lovely, but I've got a particular plant that needs inspecting. Ah! Don't touch Mr. Charlie! Mr. Charlie? He's been in this office much longer than I have. Daddy's mentor had a great fondness for Mr. Charlie. He's lived here since Daddy was a rookie attorney. Huh. Mr. Charlie. Right. Now I take care of him. Nice. All right. I had to get the update on the homeboy. I mean, come on now. Also, I've been noticing this floating spaghetti for a while. Whoa, that fork is floating. Not. Why do you have a plate of plastic spaghetti here? Well, that right there is the whole reason I became a magician. Do tell. I saw a plate just like that in a restaurant once. The floating fork looked so real. Well, that's when I knew. Someday I'd make magic more amazing than that spaghetti. Everybody needs a goal, I guess. But I don't know if anybody could ever possibly be more impressive than a plate of spaghetti. A blue silk hat, just like the one Trucy is wearing. Oh, that's just for show. Don't wear it, please. Last thought from my mind, honest. I put it there so clients can see it and know who I am. Nothing says magician like a silk top hat. I do like your cape, though. It really ties your whole outfit together. A strange split box leers at me from the wall. Is this one of those boxes for cutting people in half? That's right! This cabinet is used for an illusion called the zigzag. I've seen one on TV, but why is one just sitting here in your office? Now, it's a little big for me, you see. So, I'm using it as furniture. Hats at the top, shirts in the middle, and pants down below. I think it's a nice touch, don't you? It's not exactly what I'd call a welcoming decor, but, you know, it'd be what it'd be, I suppose. There are all sorts of strange paraphernalia sitting on top of the piano. Those are my magic props. Practice, practice, practice. A professional never leaves their weapons far from reach. Hey! But you can't play the piano with all this junk on it. Oh, no one plays here anyway. And the neighbors complain. I guess Mr. Ray really can't play. So many questions, so few answers. The table doesn't look very sturdy. You never seen one of these? It's a magic table. So, like, you make the teapot disappear? So you might think, but that's not it. Before your very eyes, the content of the pot change. From Earl Grey to Darjeeling. Kinda hard to see the difference, I think. I'm not really a knowledgeable tea connoisseur. I'm not sure how impressive that is. That's one of those hula hoop things everyone was crazy about way back when. If by way back when you mean like the 20s. Really? I had no idea these were that popular. Not so bad with one myself, actually. I'm still learning. So you can really make someone levitate with it? Show me! What? I have no idea how. It's just a normal hula hoop, isn't it? Strange lass. Strange lass. Sure, we will get to know each other very greatly in time. Oh. Yeah, who the heck is that? An old sepia-tinted photo of a man in a silk top hat. That's my favorite magician. I want to be just like him someday. Sure, nice. Guess it's good to have a role model, even if he's got to be well over 100. How rude! I mean, I'm sure there are still plenty of magicians that think Houdini was pretty dope. Just because something happened in the past doesn't make it any less cool or interesting, dude. All these legal books must be Mr. Wright's leftovers. There's a lot of unrelated books in here, too. One Trick a Day, Magic for Idiots. You'd think a pro magician would aim a bit higher. Yeah, and yet here we are, huh? Alright, so we were talking about a guy about some noodles or something. Who this dude? So, you run a noodle stand, Mr. Eldoon. Guy Eldoon's the name, and noodles on my game. The secret's in the soup. Been searching for the perfect soup for a year and a half. No, that's not that long, really. My family's been noodlemen for generations. Got a lot of expectations on my shoulders. Also this towel. 15 fathers passing the noodle to 15 sons. That's a pretty old noodle. Aye, and fool that I was, I pushed it away. I rebelled against my pops and picked another livelihood. But, well, that didn't turn out so well. Oh. There was no denying it. Salty broth runs through these veins, boy. That sounds unhealthy. In a cardiacular sort of way. So it was like destiny that you became what you are. Right! Destiny's the word. Oh, I fought it. But in the end, I was bound by the twisted noodle of fate. Not a mental image I care to linger on. What, it's just a noodle. So last year, I started my noodle stand. The 15th generation of Eldoon's noodles. Tell me about your noodles, you old fool. I could have said foodle, but that's not a word. So tell me more about Eldoon's noodles. Also, are you old? You look like you're at least kind of. 46. All right, that's not really old. No. You don't know the genius that are my noodles? That make them so salty? Why, they're saltier than salt. Now I really don't want to find out. Daddy's a regular at his noodle stand. He frequented my pop stand back during his attorney days, too. Yep, him and his assistant. Maya! Oh, wait. Ha! Ha! Wait. I think this might have been a translation oopsie-poopsie. If I recall, I believe in Japanese, Maya wasn't obsessed with burgers. She was obsessed with, I don't know if it was noodles specifically. Maybe it was ramen. Either way, it's kind of funny that translation quirk of changing it from a noodle to a burger is, it's kind of causing a little bit of a tripping motion here. Not in a big way or anything. Obviously, they could frequent multiple places of food get. But, you know, I see where the issue happened. It's kind of funny. Wish you could, Sonny. Eh? Heck, I wish I could. I'd give anything for a bowl bout now. What do you mean? It was stolen! My stand! Gone! Stolen! 12:34 a.m. Stolen? It was last night. I was doing my rounds, blowing my whistle. Yeah, that's a harmonica, not a whistle, but, semantics, I guess. No, that's not even semantics. Those are two entirely different things. A whistle isn't a musical instrument. It's like an ice cream truck's bell, but louder. He even gets complaints. Now you're just trying to butter me up. Butter me like a noodle. That sounded more like the blues than a whistle, but okay. I closed up my stand for the night and parked by the house. Then, this morning, dark and early, it was gone. My keep, my castle, stole them. My noodles hang low. Maybe some bum carted it off? Just guessing here. Well, I don't care who did it. Without that stand, I'm finished. All my noodle bowls were in there, too. That's the saddest thing I've heard all day. And didn't you hear about your dad getting hit by a car? I guess it was late last night, so that technically wouldn't be today. But still, you know it. Anyhow, so that's the deal. Good luck. Wait, what exactly is your request? My noodle stand, find it. And the day you bring my baby back is the day you feast on as many noodles as you want. Of course, I make it so hot and salty 2 bowls would kill a man. Then I'd really need defense. Yeah, speaking of defense, that's what I do. I'm a lawyer, not a detective. This is where I live. You drop by if you need any info, okay? Get it back today if you can, Paulo. I got noodles to make. Things have certainly taken a turn for the bizarre. Traffic accidents and noodle stand thieves. Actually, there was something I wanted to ask you about too, Apollo. Eh? Oh, I got a bad feeling about this. Ah, listen to the lady's problem now. Don't be cruel. I lost something last night. That is, something was stolen. Hey, what's this? More thieving and skullduggery? Well, someone stole a pair of my pants. Panties? That is, in fact, a rather serious crime. So they were, stolen. Your, Oh, God. Okay. All right, come on. Come on. It's been years. I can just read dialogue now. I can't hesitate anymore. I gotta push through and be the new me. My panties, yes. Right. Panties. It's a crying shame. That is, Trucy doll. I was alone in the office last night. I had hung my panties out the window there to dry. That doesn't seem advisable. When a thief came and took them. My favorite panties. I ran after him. Give those back, I shouted. Wait. Well, that was certainly brave of you. But I lost him. Without those panties, I don't know what I'll do. A darn crying shame. Yep. Well, at least the scene of the crime is convenient. I'll mark it on your map. I'll be heading home now. Remember, find my stand or there's an empty bowl in your future, Paulo. Right. And you help out Trucy doll here too, you hear? I am most inclined to help her specifically. Stop with the bounce! Things have certainly picked up, haven't they? We had no work yesterday, and now we have 3 cases. I guess? Let's see where we stand. Not in a courtroom, that's where. Well, the first item on our list, Phoenix Wright, Daddy's hit and run accident. We have to find the one who hit him. Who's gonna pay us for this again? And the second item is Mr. Aldoon's request to find his stolen stand, for which we stand to gain a bowl of salty noodles. Hey, that's one meal you don't have to pay for. That's a win. And the last request is mine, to find my stolen panties. Jesus Christ. That bowl of noodles is looking better and better. Let's go, Polly! To the streets! Aren't you enthusiastic? How could I not be? Let's crack these cases, you and me! Friendship, all that jazz, let's go! Guess we might as well get started. Let's see, a hit and run, a stolen stand, and last but not least, stolen panties. Alrighty then. I guess let's check out the accident scene. One step at a time. We got some kind of vandalism going on here? So this is where Mr. Wright got hit by that car? According to the map, this is the place. What a huge mansion. Apollo, there's a nice looking lady over there. Let's question her. Okay. I'm a little curious about the park over there, too. Somebody appears to be trying to get themselves over there. It ain't working out too much for them. Excuse me, can we have a few words with you? This woman's head looks like a thumb. Like a big thumb. Makes me uncomfortable. You want something? Whoa, that husky voice. Why am I suddenly sweating? That's quite a house you've got there. You must have a lot of money. Oh, money sounds like something my son would call his friends. This is the Kitaki family mansion, little girl. Eh? You, kid with the hair. You want something? Most people have hair. Me? No, not a thing. Bye. Apollo, we can't leave without questioning her. What if she knows something? The Kitaki family. They're the biggest organized crime syndicate in town. Interesting they've never come up before. Oh, well, that's neat. If you're gonna ask something, ask it. If you're man enough. Nah, right. Yay! Way to whip him into shape, man. Does she have no fear? Nah. I'm Plum. Plum Kitaki. Wife of the fourth head of the Kitaki family business. Friends call me Little Plum. I'm Little Apollo Justice, attorney at law. If looks could kill, this woman would be a mass murderer by now. Sorry, I was struck by that music chord. Nifty. Could I just take a quick gander over here for just a moment? I guess not. Oh, wait, hang on. Hang on. How do I... There we are. Oh, who's that? She looking at the park? She's pretty. I bet she has a story, you know? There is something about her. Too bad she seems to be in a bit of a rush. I just really wanted to look at this whole situation going on over here. Huh. Looks like there's some trouble by the park gate. I smell an incident. Ma'am, there's no entry to the park. Now don't you tell me where I can't go, young fella. I always walk through this park on my way home. Please get down from there. You'll hurt yourself, ma'am. That's quite the determined old lady. Personally, I'm a little more interested in this park. You know what I think? I bet they're filming a movie. Let's go take a look. Maybe we'll see someone famous. Hey, miss, stay out of the park. You got mad at me. Did something happen here, officer? No. Move along. Nothing to see. Why don't you kids go play somewhere else? We're not kids and we're not playing. I'm an attorney. Something wrong? Detective Scott. Sky? We're fine, ma'am. Nothing to report. Detective? Why is she wearing a lab coat? You're hardly one to comment on how people are dressed. And these kids, oh my, she's all grown up! Oh, I never thought I'd see you again! Curiosity seekers, ma'am. They claim to be lawyers. Why don't you kids run along and play someplace else? Look, we're not! Or I might spill something on that pretty face of yours. Want a dose of experimental hydrochlorosilus distress? Woo! Pardon? What's hydroxy stuff? Whatever it is, it doesn't sound good. Let's go, Trucy. Try to keep out the riffraff if you would. Even the song makes me happy. Yes, ma'am. Oh, but I wanted to talk to her. Oh. How are we gonna get more information like this? Why don't we ask that nice woman across the street? Oh, yes, that nice woman. I'd much no fair, no fair game. You can't tease me with something like that. Oh, okay, all right. We'll get a chance to talk to her soon, I'm sure. Little Plum? That's a really cute name for someone so... Yes. What is it, Apollo? How about you go through me when talking to her? Okay, Trucy? Huh? That seems like a bit of a needless procedure. I'm a lawyer. I live for needless procedures. Bada-bow! Now, little girl, you should know. We're gangsters. Oh, that means you're the bad guys. Trucy! Through me! Please! I'm begging you here! Oh, the bad guys. I like the sound of that. I'm gonna need some warm tea after this. It takes a lot of hard work to protect a family fortune. Things aren't as easy as they used to be for us bad guys. So, you're saying that business is in a slump? Let's not ask about business if we can help it, please. So, there was supposedly a car accident here last night. Last night? Of course you wouldn't know about it. Sorry to bother you. Wait. Yes? You're talking about that man, aren't you? The one who flew 30 feet and just walked away? That's my daddy! I should have known. One of our capos thought he'd make a great point man. Capo? Point man? Could you avoid using too much industry lingo? In any case, it's been nothing but trouble. I've been cleaning up this mess since morning. Blah. Cleaning up this paint? You want to talk about this paint, maybe? Was this paint spilled at the time of the... was it spilled at the time of the accident? It was around 9 last night. I heard a crashing noise. And found your father drowning in a sea of paint. So you came to his rescue? You've my husband, the boss, to thank for that. The car that hit your father knocked over this paint. Then turned the corner and sped away. We're in the middle of repainting our wall, you see. I'm sure that dragon is glaring at me. I know, I think it's just kind of staring at the vending machine right now, honestly. But why are you out here cleaning it up? What do you mean? I mean, aren't you a gangster? Don't you have any, like, goons to do your dirty work for you? Please, go through me when you want to. Don't be such a stiff, lawyer boy. I suppose we gangsters do have a certain image. Yeah. But we're community-oriented gangsters, you see. The boss likes to give back to the people, see? How noble of him. I availed myself of the public facilities to get rid of the garbage. Now that's just the paint on the street to deal with. Public facilities? I wonder if she means that trash can. Can I ask you a question? What? What happened in the park across the street? Oh, yeah, quite the commotion. Chicago lightning, as the boss would say. Chicago? Huh. Gunfire. Someone was killed. Strange circumstances, too. You're kidding! What a morning. Trouble everywhere. The park, the gate, even our house. Did something happen at your house, too? A crime without honor, without remorse. It's a private matter. Want to hear about it? Somehow I don't think no is an acceptable answer, Polly. Well, I mean, if you want to regale us with a private matter, I certainly can't stop you. So, what happened at your house? Bloomus. Last night. I got a bad feeling about this. Is there a serial panty thief around? Me, Little Plum Kataki, the victim of a panty snatcher. So it wasn't just my panties that were stolen. Got you too, did they? Poor thing. Like I said, whoever did this is a hardened criminal. It wasn't you, was it? No, of course not. Mercy. I heard word that panties have been disappearing lately. And the missing panties all have something in common. Do I want to know? It's hard to imagine Trucy and Miss Kataki's panties having much in common. You're the one dwelling on it, Apollo, not me. I just imagined Mrs. Kataki's panties. Oh. I know. We'll find your bloomers too. Great. Show me what you're made of. What have you gotten me into this time, Trucy? Adorable things. Also, hello. That girl from before. Oh, welcome home, sweetie. Hello, mother. She's a Kataki too? Miss. Hmm? Here, our flyer. The Right Anything Agency? Anything Agency? That's hastily modified. Yeah, do you like the new flyer? So, this is our defense attorney, Mr. Apollo Justice. Attorney? Drop by our office. We'll be waiting. Goodbye. Why did you give her our flyer? I don't know. She seemed like she could use some help. She's the heiress to a gangster dynasty. She doesn't need our help. I wouldn't be so sure. Fascinating stuff. Oh, you know what? I just realized. Huh. Hang on a second. If I were to go back to the Right Anything Agency. Hang on. I got a dozen, right? Hang on. Presented! Oh, I've seen one of those before. That's an attorney's badge. It looks just like the one Daddy used to have. Now if I take this badge and do this and this, see, it's gone. Hey, my badge! What'd you do with my badge? No need to worry. Just look in your pocket. No way, my pocket? Wait a second, there's something in there. It's a flyer for your agency. And here's your badge. You can have it back now. That's the last time I let her touch anything of mine, period. Worth it. Alright, so is there anything that we can, I don't know, do around here? Guess not. Well, I could maybe possibly look in the trash can. There's a big trash can on the way into the park. I guess we could check it out. A detective's life sure is a hard one. I'm an attorney. Two pieces of garbage with paint on them. These are slippers. They look like those slippers you get at the hospital. Look at this, Apollo. Doesn't this go in a car? It's a side view mirror. Looks like it was torn off when it smacked into something. Or someone. Wait, you don't think? I do. This could be from the car that hit Mr. Wright. Wow, and he took off its mirror? I never knew Daddy was so strong. Girl, he could tell you some things. I mean, he also was able to knock down a reinforced wall once. It was pretty dope. I only have room in my pocket for one of these, though. Which do you want to take? I guess the mirror? Weird. Usually we're allowed to take everything that we want. Huh. I gotta say, I'd really like to know what happened here. Hey, I said no one goes in. Unless you want a face full of... So what's it? Huh? No dice. Alright then, fine. Fine. People Park. Kind of an odd name for such an empty place. I wonder why it's named that. Hey, there's something written on the gate post. Oh, yeah. It says, donated by Big Wins Kataki. You mean the Kataki family built this park? It's so nice of them to give to the community like that. Let's not get too friendly with them, shall we? A gangster building a park? Odd move for a crime boss. Crime people kind of, I don't know, they work in mysterious ways. Wow. This is a bit squallery. So, what's this place? This would be Mr. Eldoon's house, silly. Oh, so this is where his stand was stolen from. I can see a piece of evidence lying on the ground already. Hey! Look, there's a police car parked over there. Maractus Clinic? Like, what, like, malpractice? 3 shots for the price of 1. I wonder what they'd be selling. Look, there's a police car. You're right. What's with the sparkly entrance? What is this place, a hospital? There's a sign, Maractus Clinic. Oh, that's where the thief went. The thief? The one who snatched my panties. He ran into this clinic last night. Wait, maybe that police car is here to find my panties. I doubt it. Well, there's only one way to be sure. Let's investigate. Ah, there you are, Sonny. Oh. Hello, it is me, Noodle Jones. Well, you find anything yet? No, not yet. You have failed me yet again. The longer you loaf around here, the saltier your victory bowl gets. Just remember that. This bowl of noodles is sounding less like payment and more like punishment. Depends on how much you like salt, I suppose. So, your stands. Eldoon's Noodles, was it? Aye, passed down from father to son. That stand's seen its share of salt. Salt runs in the family, you might say. I bet high blood pressure does too. Ayo! So, your stand, Eldoon's Noodles, was stolen. Oh, it wasn't just the stand that was stolen, Sonny boy. I lost those wobbly wheels, my salt-crusted stew pot, my stained sign. I didn't just lose a stand, I lost a legend. No one steals a legend and gets away with it on my watch. Let's find that legend, Apollo. Isn't it about time he brought a new one anyway? I don't know, probably can't afford it. I don't think it gets much patronage. Are there any more details you can give me about the stand? You bet, Sonny boy. It happened last night. I was blowing my whistle like always, crying the town I was. The smell of broth filled the streets thick and salty. I got home, well, right before 10 p.m., I reckon. Guess he's not aiming for the late night market. I washed my bowls and gave the wheels a squirt of grease, then I went inside. When did you notice it had been stolen? Early this morning, before the sun rose. Work starts early. Do that many people eat noodles for breakfast? They do if they're legends. I'm washed up on the salty shores of ruination. The stand had my whole life in it. My whole being. They took everything? All my soup! My noodles, my bowls, and my dreams. At least they left one bowl. Look, they're on the ground. If you don't find that stand today, then I'll be forced to walk the streets peddling that bowl. My last bowl. Well, other than the one I wear on my head. Please, I'm under enough pressure here as it is. That's it! That's where the thief who snatched my panties ran to! It's a crying shame, that is. If they have to steal, make it my loincloth, not some pretty girl's panties. Ugh. The garage, right. You don't think the thief lives here, do you? Feh. Feh! I wouldn't put it past that good-for-nothing doctor. Do I detect a little animosity? Let's make sure to check out the garage thoroughly. Yeah, okay. We can do that. Do I just go to? I do go to. Alright then. Oh, well, hey, check that mess out. Also, golden skeleton and a kitty cat! This is the place! Also, I'm seeing something I'm sure people are going to want me to talk about. This is the place. This is where the panty snatcher ran. Are you sure? Maybe. Look, let's look for clues. Clues. To a panty snatching. Clues. Like a pair of panties. Trucy, could you try not saying panties so many times? Let her do what she wants. She's living her life. Okay, so let's see here. We've got, well, first things first. Kitty. Hey, a kitty cat. Hey, kitty, kitty, kitty. Oh, it's not coming down. You do look kind of suspicious, you have to admit. It's okay, kitty cat. His hair won't hurt you. It's okay, kitty cat. She won't make you disappear in her hat. Alright, let's get it over with. Look, it's a folding ladder. Polly, that's called a step ladder. Come on. A step ladder? How's that different from a regular ladder, then? It's a much more complex piece of machinery. It's like two ladders stuck together. So you admit that basically it's a ladder, right? But, huh? You have to look past the form, at the essence of the thing. Can we talk about something else? Yes. Yes, we can. Like the skeleton. It's a little spooky. Someone's there! Oh, it's just a gold-painted human skeleton. As we all have a copy of. Just a human skeleton? And painted gold? There's a mannequin hand waving at us from the box behind the skeleton. This place just screams hospital storage, don't you think? It screams something, that's for sure. Alright, well, there seems to be, that's either a phone or a wallet, I'm not sure. Something about this car. Let's take a closer look. A book look. I'm seeing several noteworthy things over here. Alright, well, first things first. Broken mirror. Hey, look at that. The mirror's been broken off. Now this is a clue. What? You're smiling like you know something I don't. You aren't keeping a clue from me, are you, Polly? A clue? Well, let's see. I mean, I think I do have the clue you've got in mind. Take that! Ba-da-ba-da-bum-bum-bow! My clue is this! There you go. Whoever owns this car is probably who smack-a-lacked Phoenix Wright. Oh, it's the same color and size and everything. A perfect match. Not a lot of lime green cars out there in the world. Be kind of hard to... Honestly, even if we didn't know... If we didn't run across this car, I feel like we really probably could have been able to figure it out pretty easily. It's like, yeah, okay, go find a car with this color. There's probably only like one within like 2,000 miles. Guess we could check it out. 2 pieces of garbage with paint on them. Look at this, Apollo. Doesn't this go on a car? It sure does. Looks like it was torn off when it smacked into something. Or someone. Well, looks like we just solved the case. So the car that hit Daddy last night is sitting right in front of us. Yep. Wow, you put the pro in professional, Apollo. Gee, thanks, Trucy. Alright, well, what about this? Look, a cell phone. And it has like a pocket watch on it or something. Someone dropped it beneath this tire. If the car moved, it would have been crushed for sure. Huh. I wonder if it belongs to the doctor here. We should bring it to him later. I suppose we should. Also, something is stuffed in the tailpipe. That reminds me. I once read a record of a case that Mr. Wright worked on many years ago. And apparently there was this car with a piece of cloth shoved into the tailpipe. There sure was! That piece of cloth turned out to be a vital clue to solving the case. Wow. I remember that case record whenever I'm checking out a car. And I always check the tailpipe. Everyone's gotta have a hobby, I guess. Now, that mirrored what I said earlier. Wouldn't it be funny? Hey, there's something in here. What? What? Wait a second. Are these your... Ah! My panties! What? Already? Oh, thank you, Apollo. You're a genius. Amazing. No, really. Don't mention it. No, I'm serious. I'm really impressed. You must have a nose for finding girls' panties. That is definitely a sentence that you just said. Did you really have to use nose? Also, quite the fashion style you seem to go with. I'm not judging. What are those? My little panties, of course. They've come home to Mama. I can't wait to use them. You're gonna put them on now? Watch closely now. But, see, nothing in the panties. Ta-da! What? Where'd that come from? How did that bowl get in your panties? Jesus! My panties are an extra-dimensional space. Anything can fit in there. Putting my controller down, throwing my hands up in the air. Would very much like to leave now, but we are stuck here in my chair all the same. Wow. They're my magic panties. It's one of my best tricks. Magic panties. They love them over at the Wonder Bar. I do shows there nightly. You mean those panties are a prop? You could have told me a little sooner! Jesus Christ. Well, that's one case closed at least. What are you saying? We still have to catch the sly devil that ran off with the tool of my trade. Oh, right. Apollo! Whoa, what's going on? Now that we've solved this case, we should go report to Daddy. He'll mope if we leave him alone too long, knowing him. Okay. Doesn't seem the type to mope, though. This is hardly a case worth reporting. But if that's what we gotta do, then you know it's what I'll do. And that's not what I wanted at all. So here we go once more to the... God, I forgot how the franchise really just adores making you go to one place to be able to go to another place, instead of just giving you one big-ass drop-down menu. Eh? Mr. Wright's gone. Maybe he's gone for an examination. He'll probably be back soon. Let's wait. I think it might take some time. Yeah, he always loves his examinations. Don't ask, Justice. You don't want to know. Why don't we come back later? Yeah, I guess you're right. Then why did we show up here in the first place? You literally told me to go here. Alright then, well, so... Then... Now what, exactly? I can't go talk to Phoenix. I guess the name of the game really do just be... Is there anything that we don't know? Anything that we don't see? What are we looking at here? What are we working with? Maybe we could talk to Eldoon? Do you want to look at the panties? Sorry, Sonny boy. My interest is for my stand and precious little else. Get cracking on that case. Find my stand, I'm begging you. Noted. Noted. Actually, let's see. No, I don't want to present, I want to examine. I suppose I could examine this. Is this yours, Mr. Eldoon? Hey, that there's the heart and soul of Eldoon's noodles. The bowl absorbs my salty soup. Pretty soon it's gonna taste just like noodles. Wow, it does smell like noodles. All my other bowls got taken away with my stand. Get it back from me, Sonny boy, I'm begging you. Okay, well, there you go. It's something I needed to do, so that's good. What's all this other nonsense anyway? Looks like an oil drum is connected to that sink over there. Collecting rainwater to do the dishes. How environmentally conscious. You don't think he uses rainwater to cook his noodles and to make the broth, do you? Oh, I'm sure he finds the best water money can buy. Taste is his business, you know. Look, that sign over there. Eldoon only uses water from all natural sources. Like the sky. I think I'll take a rain check on eating here. What difference does it make? As long as the water gets boiled, it's clean. There's a handwritten sign here. Save the light. Save the light indeed. Mr. Eldoon's house is practically in the dark here. I guess the hospital clinic next door blocks the sunlight. Everything's gone wrong since they built this monstrosity. Broth needs sun or it rots. What's a man to do? This ain't just want my customers to get food poisoning so they can turn a pretty profit. It seems like a lot of trouble to go through for a few extra patients. And yet it's likely the truth if we're being honest with ourselves. This house is, well, it's old. It's been well loved, that's for sure. I've lived here with my wife for many years now. It's got character though, just like my soup. I always thought character was a positive thing. Now I don't know what to feel. That's the place right there. That's where I kept my stand, covered all nice and purty with that blue tarp there. So you use this plastic sheet to cover your stand at night? I see. You see? What? Did you figure out why it was stolen? Well, no, but it does suggest that the thief knew what he or she was looking for. He clearly knew it was under that sheet. So it wasn't one of those casual drive-by snatches, you mean? Not bad, Sonny boy, not bad at all. That means they deliberately wanted to steal a noodle stand. Also, why, new? That's quite a sign. I take it that's no as opposed to old. Ah, you like it? Made it myself, I did. I meant to write noodles, but ran out of space. Well, at least he didn't get stuck on nude. Prior planning prevents poor performance. Lucky for me, it spells a word all by itself, and spruces up my image, it does. It does have a certain power of willful denial thing going for it. Can't say that it don't. Who are we voting for? No clues here. Alright, then fine. What about this thing? Look, a doggy! Good boy, Salty. I'm sure the dog has a real name, Trucy. Yep, sure does. Name's Spoon. And it's a she, by the way. Spoon doesn't seem so lively. She didn't get her bowl of salty broth this morning, that's why. Poor little thing. Apollo, let's find that stand soon. For Spoon's sake. I'm pretty sure dogs aren't supposed to eat noodles. Were you not even remotely paying attention, Apollo? They don't feed it the dog noodles, they feed it the broth. God, keep up, dude. This guy don't know anything about anything, I swear. Let's see. I guess we can take a gander at the car. I don't understand if there was an ambulance outside, but a police car? Maybe they're tax evaders. Ah! Sorry, miss. No going into the clinic today. Did something happen? Huh? Oh, no. Nothing to see here. Move along. You'll have to find someplace else to play doctor. Do we look like the right age to be playing doctor? No comment. We need a little more info on this Murdactus clinic. We could ask Mr. Eldoon. He's the neighbor and all. And we should check out that garage. What if the thief... We already did that, Trucy. You're having some short-term memory problems. Obviously, there was an order of operations that I did not subscribe to. You know what? I'm gonna regret this, but just... What is in there? Something the matter? I was just wondering if there was, like, a switch on these. Of course not! Huh. Mysterious. Well, do you want to know the secret of my panties? No, no thanks. Who uses magic panties in a stage show anyway? I mean, I'm sure some do, but I feel like it's a special kind of magician. Anyway, moving on. Talking. Hey, do you think something happened next door? There's a police car out front. Probably gave someone food poisoning, I'll bet. If anyone's at risk of giving someone food poisoning. That police car got here this morning, actually. Yeah, that's what they were up to, but they wouldn't even tell me. The neighbor. Not that I was surprised much. That doctor works for the wrong crowd. It was just a matter of time before he got what was coming to him. The wrong crowd? Never you mind about that. That's ominous and concerning. Alright, let me take a quick look around the garage one more time. Is there, perhaps, anything I missed? No clues here. Well, that's a good thing that's not what I was clicking on now, is it? This car belongs to someone at the Maractus Clinic, and it hit Mr. Wright. Mr. Wright sprained his ankle, and the car lost a side view mirror. This car versus Mr. Wright. Not quite the match of a century. And yet, I would still pay-per-view that thing like no one's business. Regardless. Maybe we've done enough to have summoned forth Phoenix from the flames of the situation? I meant to say ashes. I didn't do it good. I'm sorry. Alright, there we go. Here somebody pops in. There's our guy. Yo, how goes it? Daddy, how do you feel? Not bad, Juicy. Not bad. It's good to have you youngins on the case. You are 33. Phoenix, I'm desperately asking you to not act like you're an old man. I am literally going to be turning 31 in a matter of days. If I'm guessing and counting correctly, I think this episode will probably be going up on February 3rd. So, yeah, 6 days from when this gets posted. That old Daddy-O gets some well-deserved R&R. The elderly need their rest. Isn't he only 33? We've cleared up most of the cases. I was right about you. Competent, capable, silly hair. Tell me what you found out if you want to. Your enthusiasm is overwhelming. Alright, well, I guess first things first. Let's talk about the panties. Why is that not an option? That does it. What do you have to say about this? Look, my panties, they came home to Mama. Thanks, Apollo. I was worried about them, too. Juicy special ordered those. A startling display of parental concern. I'd have to buy a new pair. Ugh. Make that a not-so-startling display of cheapskatedness. Fun. Anyway, rapport. Well, I certainly didn't expect you back this early. Polly's amazing. He found my panties so quick. Almost like he was the one who stole them. You have an interesting concept of praise. And? Did you find the mad driver who gave me that 30-foot toss? Apparently, it was a doctor from the Maractus Clinic. Maractus, huh? I heard of him. Nothing good, mind you. That reminds me, a police car was parked outside the clinic. Maybe something happened. What is this Maractus Clinic anyway? Why don't you give me the scoop? All I've heard are the rumors. That clinic's been making good money. In a bad way. Bad? Ties to organized crime. The Kentucky family? The Kentucky family? He did that on purpose! Some injuries you can't take to a public hospital, see? They use the Maractus Clinic for their patch-up jobs. Oh, it's like a Dr. Nick situation. I get you. Alright, fair enough, I suppose. Looked like something had happened in the park. A body was found there in unusual circumstances. Is there normal circumstances to find a body in? Something more unusual than being dead? It's not our concern in any case. Right, let's ignore that and find the noodle stand. Never happened to professional courtesy or curiosity. Whatever works, both of those things. Thanks, really. If I get tired of sleeping, maybe I'll head down to the Maractus place. Maybe hit him up for some reparations. A little legal action would do me some good. I was wondering when I get paid. We solved the case of your accident and, found a missing article of clothing. My panties! Yes, thank you. Trucy, definitely needed to say that out loud. Appreciated. That leaves the noodle stand. Feel free to drop in if you get stuck. I'd be happy to help with anything not involving money. Goodbye, quid pro quo. Hello, pro bono. Right, back to the office to plan our next move. And then we moved to the office. Hop, top, 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 top. Oh. Okay, hi. You're the woman from the Tikataki place. Yes. I knew it! Something's the matter and you want our help, right? Well, you've come to the right place. This way, please. Thank you. My name is Alita Tiala? Alita Tiala. Alita Tiala. Alita Tiala. The pun's lost on me on this one. I have a request. I am here to listen to your request. Your request? Let me guess, something's been stolen? Your flyer. It says now defending, so I thought... You mean you want me to defend you? Me? Maybe you can tell us what happened? Were you hit by a car? Did someone steal your stand? Or your panties? No. The third one, maybe. I'm not the client, actually. The client would be my fiancé, I suppose you'd call him. Suppose? Fiancé? What happened to him then? He was arrested this morning. The charge was murder. Murder? Have you heard about what happened at the park? I mean, I have heard something. What happened? I haven't been told all the details, but I do know a body was found in the park near the Kataki mansion. There were a lot of police cars there. Apparently, the victim was shot with a pistol, but I hear the circumstances of the shooting were rather unusual. And your fiancé was arrested for this? What sort of person is your fiancé? Well, we'll get there when we get there. So, what's your story? You frequent the Kentucky Manor, yeah? Are you a member of their, organization? No, not yet. Not yet? You see, I'm to be married next month to the boss's son. The boss's son? So he's a gangster. Yeah, but the Kentuckys are locally responsible gangsters. I thought it'd be nice for a change. Quit my boring job, live the good gangster life. I think you're onto something. Mrs. Kataki. I like the sound of that. I'm not sure your daddy would care much for that. Now tell me about your fiancé. Your fiancé is the Kataki family's only son, correct? His name's Waki. Waki Kataki. Frickin' what? I brought a photo. Wow, that is one gargantuan dork. Well, that's quite the photo. Also, Blue Badger. $10. I know. Oh, he can be powerful and menacing, but so cute. But if he's the boss's only son, yes, I'm sure he'll take his father's place someday. Say, I'm a boss already of this agency. Please help my Waki, please. Right, my first solo defense case. Crime boss's son or not, I'll prove he's innocent. I prepared a letter of request. I know you need those. And now I've got one. Right, let's go check out the scene of the crime. Let's friggin' go! Meow. Oh, a motorcycle. So this is it, my first murder crime scene. Ah, it's you kids again. Look, can't you find some other place to play? We're not playing! We're, investigating. Aren't we, Apollo? Sir, I have a letter of request here. Letter of... Huh? Why does it say hit request on it? Miss Tiala must have used the Kentucky stationery. Excuse me, coming through. Oh no, who the hell is this? Oh, it's you, Mr. Gavin. Who's this dude? I must say, I'm used to being inspected by the ladies. But this is the first time I've felt this way with a man. Mr. Gavin? Oh. Some kind of relation? Fraulein. What's a sweet morsel like you doing in such a dismal place? Can I help? Hang on. Just 1 second here. No, never mind. Yes? The policeman officer fellow here won't let us in. We even have a letter of request. You must be exhausted, standing out here. I'll take you to the scene of the crime. Oh, really? By your leave, officer. Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Very well. This way, Fraulein. Whee! Hey, what about me? Well, there you go. Scene of the crime. On that note, enjoy your investigation. Thank you. Will we see you again? That's the wind, Fraulein. I'll be riding on it. I don't think I'm gonna like that guy. Who was that? Ah! Apollo, look! A corpse! What? Hey, it's just a mannequin. Wow, it sure got me. Ahem. Might I ask exactly what it is you're doing here? Oh, it's you. How did you kids get in here? The song! Oh, this guy. Well, he was more like a prince, really. He let us in. Him again. That glamorous fop, always getting in my way. Anyway, this scene is off limits. Excuse me? We have a letter of request. One moment. Why is she holding that big magnifying glass? Because she is a woman of science! I'd recognize that handwriting anywhere. Scientific analysis says this was written by Alita Tiala. Thanks. It took you 30 minutes to figure that out? So, what's up with the mannequin there? It's taking the place of the body, preserving the scene of the crime as it was found. I see. The body was pulling the stand? So you're a defense attorney, are you? Detective Emma Skye. I'm in charge of this crime scene. I'm so happy to see her. She doesn't seem that happy about it. She doesn't seem that happy about many things. I trust you know how to stay out of the way. She does seem a bit more dour than I remember her. I always carry 2 pairs of handcuffs just in case. Okay. But I want to talk to you, alright? Detective Skye? Quiet, please. It's snack time. So it is. Okay, Emma. Because we're friends, or at least we were, you know, when I was Phoenix. And I'm not, you know, and the situation is weird, but, you know, due to my fondness for you, I'm going to have to request that you maybe not make eating noises. It triggers something in my brain that causes a little bit of blind rage. So just letting you know. Okay, so this is happening again now. All right. And a third time. Okay, yeah. We're not making much progress here. She must not be very busy. I never seem to get a lucky break. Back after 9 years and they won't give me the position I requested. And then I hear he gave up the defense attorney life. He? Who's he? The next defense attorney? Okay, am I to believe that you won't tell me anything, Detective Skye? Quiet, please. It's snack time. Alright, taking off my headphones. Just gonna take off that so I don't have to hear this again. So it's one of those situations where a character is completely unwilling to actually speak to us. Gotcha. Alright, there we go. Alright, headphones back on. Okay, so I can't get her to actually talk to me. What if I were to present... apparently literally nothing. I guess I can't present profiles. That's unfortunate. Okay, then fine. I guess we'll examine. Well, the good news is we did finally find that, noodle stand. It sure is a complete mess. Hey there, no messing with the crime scene. We need to investigate. Apollo, look! The stand! It's noodly! It says Eldoon! I've noticed. Well, we solved the case of the missing stand at least. Though the circumstances could stand to be better. Stand. Alright, so am I not allowed to... Yep, no messing with the crime scene! We need to investigate. Investigations are to be carried out by professionals, scientifically. She's not gonna let us check out the crime scene, is she? Hey, Apollo. My very unscientific analysis tells me something here is very suspicious. I think I know what you mean. It's kind of hard not to notice. I better check out what we came to here to find, at least. Which is the stand, I'm guessing, which I did. Okay, well... We found the noodle stand. That's something at least. Oh, Mr. Eldoon! Hello? Looks like he left. And we found his stand and everything. What about our free bowl? Not too bad. Looks like we'll have to wait a little longer for that bowl. So sorry. Ah, what a bummer. Alright then. Bit of a long shot here, but maybe there's the smallest possibility that Phoenix could help us with Emma. That would be my current hope. Ah, you're back. Run into some problems? Oh, Polly, didn't you want to tell Daddy something? Ooh, me? No, I'm fine, really. What's this? So there is a problem. No problem. Actually, I got a defense request. A defense request? That is a problem. Huh? I've given up the court. I'm not a lawyer anymore. The request was for me! Oh, right. You're a lawyer, aren't you? He's doing that on purpose. I know it. Murder! So, what about this defense request? It's related to the murder in People Park, actually. Guess what? We found Mr. Eldoon's noodle stand at the scene of the crime. Did you now? That's unusual indeed. Never heard of a noodle stand being used as a murder weapon. I think the murder weapon was something else. You mean you don't know what the murder weapon was? That funny detective lady won't let us on the scene. What kind of detective wears a lab coat anyway? Is Emma basically the new Gumshoe? Is that what we're doing? Oh. I mean, I'll always miss Gumshoe, but that's a pretty good replacement. A lab coat? Huh. Didn't think she'd be involved with this. You know her? You could say that. Yeah, please talk, please talk, please talk. So, you know her, don't you? I met her on a case. This was about 10 years ago. She was still a high school student at the time. It was a delightful time. I mean, you know, as long as you kind of ignore the whole her sister being accused of murder and her being a witness. And, okay, we had fun times despite the events. I'll say that much. I would make her about the same age as me. That's my daddy. He knows all the police types. Oh, wait. Maybe you know the other guy, too. That other guy? That shining prince on the motorcycle. Prince? Yeah, apparently he changed his name to some symbol. I don't get it. Apollo, tell me about this Prince of Trucies. Indulge a concerned father. He was at the crime scene. He looked just like Mr. Gavin. Did he now? You know him? My guess is he's Christoph Gavin's younger brother. His brother? We're acquaintances, after a fashion. Yeah, I have no idea how to say that. Clavier Gavin? I'll just keep calling him, I'll just call him Gavin. Rock and roll god incarnate? What? What a lovely name. He's so dreamy. I didn't know Mr. Gavin had a brother. What was he doing out there? I have a feeling you'll be crossing paths again soon. Now, what was the problem again? Having trouble investigating the crime scene in the park? Yeah, that detective woman won't let us. Go to the office. Under the silk top hat, you'll find a bottle of white powder. Try taking that to this detective. White powder? I hope it's not what I think it is. Just take it to her. It'll be fine, you'll see. Oh, and tell her I said hi. Okay. I mean, my first guess is going to be... maybe it's the fingerprint powder? That would be pretty cool. Hang on. It's under the hat. So this must be the silk top hat Mr. Wright mentioned. Let's take a closer look. Whoa! You know what this is, Trucy? I remember finding some in Daddy's dresser when I was little. I thought it was sugar, so I licked it. He got mad at me. This is getting more and more suspicious. Well, I know what it is. Let's go talk to that detective. She's sure to know what that white powder is. Alrighty, you know it. Mostly because I guess I never really bothered to talk to you. I'm so sorry. I think we should focus on finding more information about the case. You seem to be having fun. Of course! This is my first criminal investigation. And it's so mysterious. A noodle stand pushing a dead man along. I think it was the other way around. The dead man was pulling the stand. But you're right about it being mysterious. I knew it! More information! That's what we need! Well, do you have any leads? One moment. Alakazam! Alakazam! Alakazing! Whoa, where'd all this evidence come from? So what happens next? Well, that's it. Pretty neat, huh? Yeah, neat. You're lucky you're adorable as all hell. Alright, let's head back to... No, the detention center. That's something of note! Let's see here, we need to head to the crime scene. Yo, girl! Emma! My girl! So hang on a second, let me actually just, very quickly, I'd like to very, quickly, just actually straight up, there you go. Emma's guy, 25! Crazy, also 24, okay. Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. Either way, I'm still so happy to see you, even if you are a bit grumpy. Here. Does this ring any bells? Is that, it could, where'd you get that? I brought it from the office. You work at the Wright & Co. law offices, yes? Sort of. Detective Sky, how do you know my daddy? Daddy? I'm sorry, who did you say you were? Trucy Wright, Phoenix Wright's daughter. What? Mr. Wright is a daughter? You seem shocked. Well, if you're Mr. Wright's daughter and you're his apprentice, then I'm available to help you in any way I can. Oh, thanks. You can start by not calling me Mr. Wright's apprentice. Well, that's what you are, so deal with it. This powder is used for detecting fingerprints. Fingerprints? I guess you might call it a memento from the time I spent with Mr. Wright. White powder memories? If you find any evidence with fingerprints on it, please let me know. We'll dust her prints. Just like the old days. Well, she's quite the eager beaver all of a sudden. It's nice to see that she, still... I mean, I was gonna say, remembers Phoenix. Of course she does. It's not like that was a forgettable moment in her life. But still, it's nice that she's still just as appreciative of the situation. Alright, let's see here. First things first. There's a freaking knife over there. It's a knife. A shiv, to be precise. I like that smug face she makes. Oh, lingo. The defendant, Waki Kataki, is the son of known gangsters. The police are assuming this belongs to him. Wait, but wasn't the murder weapon a pistol? Huh? Look at this. There's a handprint on this shiv. A handprint? Then there might be a fingerprint. Let's investigate! I'm all for it. So how does this exactly work? I'm not really playing on the DS. Right. First, choose the fingerprint you want to examine. Choose a fingerprint? Look closely at the handle. Well, one of them does seem to be firmer than the others. See? There's more than one fingerprint there. There's black spots? That's right. Pick the one you want to analyze. I guess this one is the right one. Right, let's get detecting! Wow, she's practically glowing with excitement. Girl loves her science. First, sprinkle some aluminum powder over the print. With the press of A, like this. The oil left by the print absorbs the aluminum powder, so you just dust it on. And blow it off. Blow? It's like whistling. You know how to whistle, don't you? Just use X and... whooshoo! Wow, amazing! It's like a magic! Isn't it, though? Right, let's give it a shot. Incidentally, it's important that you cover the entire fingerprint with the powder. I'm gonna use so much more than is necessary. There we are. And there you go. Or maybe I need even more. Aha. There you go. Good. Clear. Quite impressive. Next, to match the prints. The police office has samples, so you can tell whose finger the print belongs to. That doesn't sound like as much fun as actually finding the print. And yet, we're doing it anyway. Do some analysis. Okay, pick the person whose print you think it is. You probably have a good idea whose knife this is already. Well, considering the circumstances, I'm gonna go ahead and say probably this dude's. Yep, that looks fairly accurate to me, but go ahead and analyze. Yes. Seems fairly likely. Okay, then. So, the fingerprints do belong to the defendant. Yes! Isn't it amazing? Oh, the power of science. It's my life. I really do like that face. Apollo, she's sparkling. And I'm dimming. Look sharp, spirits up. The real fight is yet to come. Chin up, Polly. The trial hasn't even started and I'm already losing. Ain't that always the way? Like I always be telling you. That's just the way things are in this universe. The report came in late last night. The body was found much as you see it now. Slumped over inside a noodle stand? Bar? That's interesting. Except it was a real body. But why? Why was a body pulling a noodle stand? If I knew the answer to that, I wouldn't still be here. Well, what was the cause of death? A bullet wound to the temple. He was shot by a pistol. A pistol? Not the easiest thing to come by in this day and age. Unless you're a cop. Or a gangster. Incidentally, the victim's name was Pal Maractus. Yeah, got it. I just received the autopsy report, in fact. Ooh, is it updated? I mean, really, what's up with this case? It's enough to make me want to run off pulling a mysterious noodle stand behind me. Not so mysterious, actually. We should tell her, Apollo. After all, we know where the stand came from. A likely story. I didn't come here to play games, you know. Actually, we do know where the noodle stand came from. The noodle stand's owner is... That's right, it belongs to Blum. No, it's this guy. It's the guy with the noodles on his head. Who's the old guy? This is the proprietor of Eldoon's Noodles, Mr. Eldoon himself. He's famous in this part of town. Not bad. I guess Mr. Wright picked the right kids for the job. That saved me a lot of work. Thanks. I feel like we could probably help each other out a lot. This is a good working relationship we could develop here, Emma. What sort of person was the victim anyway? You mean, what did he do? He was a doctor. A doctor? I'm starting to see a connection here. Ooh, me? I'm just a supervisor for the crime scene. Detective Sky. I was out of the country for a while. I came back to be a forensic scientist. Ooh, were you studying abroad? Something like that. I was studying in Europe. Forensic sciences, mind you. But when I got back here, they threw me in criminal affairs, just like that. Why didn't you just become a forensic expert in Europe? Well, I suppose that was an option, but I had a lot of favors to repay to people back here. Favors? Wasn't she in high school when she left? What? What's that look for? I was involved in an incident before I left, but Mr. Wright and his people helped me out. I owed them. Really? I had no idea. I imagine Phoenix hasn't told you every single case he's had. It's been out of the, she's been out of the country for a while. She probably doesn't know about Mr. Wright's current state of affairs. Unfortunate. Could you tell us a bit about the defendant? He's the only son of the Kitaki family, yes? Waki Kitaki. I don't know if he's the boss's son, but he's certainly throwing his weight around. Violently in the detention center. I see. Why was he arrested in the first place? You're a defense attorney, aren't you? You're not his by any chance. Well, actually, yes I am. Well, we have a witness to the moment of the crime. A witness called the police, and they'll be testifying during the trial tomorrow. What? Alright, well, that's always the way. Could you tell us a bit more about the victim? Let's see. Apparently, he's the physician at a clinic in the area. Quite well off, too, from the sound of it. The clinic's name is the Maractus Clinic. Maybe that's why the cop car was parked there. You've been to the clinic? Well, yeah, though on a related issue. I told the detective about the case of the stolen noodle stand. I see. So that means Dr. Maractus stole the stand and pulled it all the way here? The man stole a noodle... So wait. Okay. A shady doctor who works on gangsters stole a noodle cart, brought it to the park, and got shot by a gangster. Not the weirdest thing I've ever had to deal with in this franchise, but it's still pretty weird. That would seem to be the case. But why? Don't ask me. How would I know? We would need some kind of, like, person who could talk to ghosts or something to figure that out. Let's see, is there anything I want to present to her? Well, I mean, other than the obvious things. Ah, an attorney's badge. Reminds me of when Mr. Wright was still defending. Everything I have now is thanks to him. Remember, help as many people as you can. That's your job. She's right, Polly. Let's make a difference. Is something wrong? No, nothing. I actually felt inspired for a moment there. Do you want to look at these panties? Sorry, I don't think I can help you with that. I think you need more than just scientific help. Hers are significantly more modern and modest. But ask me anything you like. Just ask scientifically. Okay, scientifically, what do you think of these? Never mind. Okay. Let's take another inspectoroo. A spectoroo. Like, this trash can over here. There's gotta be a good clue or two around here. You and your trash cans. Go ahead, knock yourself out. Please, can't you see I'm doing my... Look! Another pair of underwear! Wow, Apollo, you're a genius at finding panties. Stop saying that. Wait, these aren't... They're not mine. Could these have been stolen too? Well, they're in my pants now. So, have you met the defendant? No? Visiting hours are almost over at the detention center. You might think about wrapping up here and heading over. Good idea. I don't know what good it'll do, but we have a witness and a knife with prints. Have I mentioned I've got a bad feeling about this? Don't worry. It's like a right tradition. Some traditions I can live without. Alright. So, I should, like, stop inspecting stuff? Blue tarps have been placed on the ground around the stands. Apollo! I bet the victim was going to have a picnic here! I guess he could have eaten all the noodles he wanted. Don't touch those! Those are preserving the crime scene. Oh, I guess the police put those tarps here after all. Alright, fair enough. What about this bucket? And this is Mr. Eldoon's noodle stand, obviously. Oh, I guess the bucket itself isn't of note. It does say Eldoon in big letters, doesn't it? And that mark on his paper, lantern here, looks familiar. It's gonna be a little weird telling him, what with the corpse and all. Anyway, that wraps up 3 of our cases. That's right! Congratulations, Apollo! And leaves us with one case that's worse than all 3 put together. Murder. I don't know. Pretty sure serial panty thief is all, you know, thievery is also a bit of a conundrum. You can't say that it's not. Anywho, alright, I guess just gonna keep on keeping on. We need to go to the detention center. Whoa. Oh, hey, it's the same guard as always. That's fun. I'm sorry, meeting hours for the day are all done. But we still have 3 minutes. I'll put in your request, but don't expect anything. The father's talking in the private room with him. The father? You mean like a priest? I mean the suspect's father, Mr. Winfred Big Wins Kitaki himself. Not someone I care to meet. Die, you! You're the one on your way out, old! Nah, they're here. Whoa! Whoa! This guy radiates power! Actually, kind of radiates Way of the House husband energy, if I'm being honest with you. Power. With a cute apron? You Walkie's lawyer? Yes, sir? Well, I'm Big Wins Kitaki, 4th head of the Kitaki family, capiche? Actually, I came to speak to your son, Mr. Justice. Yes? My son's innocent. He killed no one. If he were found guilty, it wouldn't be good. Capiche? Yes, I'm all about capiching. Capiche loud and clear. I bought a quiche the other day. You gotta do more than just understand to make it. You'll learn, though. Even if the lesson comes at the end of your short life. I don't feel so good. What's the big idea, old man? Hey, you can't treat me like a kid no more. Not now. You know, I wanted to go to the clink. I like it here. You, must be Walkie. A G's not a G till he does hard time, Bazoozy. I don't even know what any of that meant. You'll see. When I get out of here, things will change. Silence! My apologies, Mr. Justice. He's usually such a nice boy. Forgive me if I have a hard time believing that. You can't take me under your wing this time, old man. You heard me. I don't need no trial. I did it. I think that's enough for today, Mr. Justice. Don't let me down tomorrow. So much for talking to our clients, apparently. But we made so much progress today. Bounce, bounce. Bounce. We even found my panties. I had fun, at least. Of course, the biggest mystery of all remains. How am I supposed to build a case for the trial? Oh, almost forgot. It's time for my show. Tonight, I'm performing at the Wunderbar. Like Wunderbar, maybe? You should come check it out. And then he did. And it was good. And we were all happy about it. Guess we're heading to court. Hope I've got enough to work with.